go next frame, and that's the next frame right there. So what you're saying? What were you saying?
Oh, that I noticed more significance, I guess, in like shirts I would wear and jackets I would wear. Just because, I mean, working in retail, you have to have knowledge of like trends and what's in.
And you do, right? And you do.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, there's a lot of stuff that I would always wish, like, I like this style, I want to wear it, but it won't look good on me the way I want it to look. I'm slowly able to actually start wearing some of the stuff that I was into before.
In other words, it's kind of like you're okay. You felt like your physique was kind of not letting you do what you wanted with your fashion.
Yeah, I mean, one like easy example I know that I have is like this one denim jacket that I have that I bought at my store, and this thing with like a lot of Forever 21 clothing, like the men's clothing, it's usually slimmer. Or it's more for a slim build, even like the larger sizes. It only goes to a certain size, they don't have extended sizes. So I would never really wear any clothing from my store unless it was like the purposely oversized stuff, because I know it fit me. So jackets were out of the question just because it wouldn't fit my arms, it wouldn't really fit around my shoulders. But I've been able to actually start buying some jackets.
Some Forever 21 jackets.
So, yeah.
So that's a bit. So these are small. It's in other words, to someone that's a small victory, but to you, it's a big victory. It's a big victory.
It's incredibly big, just because like I'm actually at that point where like, wow, I can actually wear this and I feel comfortable in it. I'm not like trying to force myself in it. And so.
And even more importantly, Eric, do you see that you can keep going into your progress? In other words, do you see that you have a future in, hey, what do you want to do going forward? I mean, what's joy and energy was your first sort of metric. And I know that you didn't want, as you told the viewers, you weren't looking to, obsess over weight loss, et cetera, which is a healthy attitude. And now that you have these metrics, now that you say, okay, you got 46 pounds down, but that's not including the 10 plus pounds or more. You've gained maybe 15 pounds of muscle that you've gained. So you're closer to 230. When it's all said, you've lost almost 80 pounds more or less.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So what do you want? So as 2018 turns a corner, we turn a corner in 2018. What does Eric want? Tell yourself this. Tell Eric. And see, so what does Eric want? Well, there's no wrong answer.
The idea that I had before, after I got like what I consider a significant amount of weight down, is I wanted to become more obsessed with the whole, like, I guess, fitness world, fitness aspect. And so, like, for sure, like, that's already a part of me. Like,
good.
Like, fitness, coming to a gym. Before, it was very, like, I didn't feel like I'm the kind of person that belongs in a gym.
And that's gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
Awesome,
like,
man.
I'm at a gym, and I'm, like, I feel at home in a gym setting. Like, I feel very comfortable in a gym setting now, which is something, like, I had kind of...
You felt like there was like a neuroses or something, like, they don't want me there. I don't fit in.
I kept telling myself, like, one day I will be good here. I will be happy to be here. I'll feel comfortable, and I'm at that point. So now I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable here at the gym. Now, what else do I want to achieve? For sure, I still want to continue with weight loss. I want to. I've mentioned to you in the past, like, I want to push my body to see what I could achieve beyond all of this, beyond like just a significant amount of weight loss. So I want to get more into weight training. I want to eventually, besides like a gym aspect, get into like different stuff, like maybe mixed martial arts or boxing, or
jiu-jitsu or something.
Yeah, stuff like that, because that's stuff that growing up, my older sister was into that, and she was like into karate since she was young. So she had gone all the way to like, I don't know how many versions of a black belt there is, but she had always done that.
Sam was a black belt?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was. And so I'd always admired that, and so it's something that I would love to get into and be like, I guess it's that version of myself.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So I'm very interested in that.
So martial arts.
Yeah.
Martial arts. That's a good one.
And that's just one thing. That's not like even my ultimate goal. I just want to be able to like incorporate that into like my lifestyle.
Wonderful.
Besides beyond like just coming to a gym, which I still didn't have.
And then so the next step would be to write down your goals and have like a clear vision so you can start focusing and harnessing in.
Yeah, and that's helped. I've done that in the past, because I know we've talked about it at the beginning of the year, where you would tell me like write like 3 different things that you want to achieve as far as your goals, and I would write those things, and even if they wouldn't all pan out, there's a couple of them, at least from like the 3 that would start panning out, and then like there were goals for myself to like push myself to achieve. So like I've been able to achieve a lot of those. And so that's been really encouraging to like keep going forward.
Yes, yes, I love it. And you know, Eric, to tell the viewers to a second, you know, Eric did mention that there's a struggle to, let's say you're watching this video and you're thinking about starting, or maybe you hit a plateau, or maybe you're frustrated with anything. It can be anything. Like for me, you know, when I started creating these videos in 2016 in the summer, you know, here we are 100 and some odd videos later. You know, I took a lot of 2017 off. And it's hard, I think, to not see your goals at first, you know, get ground, and then to sort of revisit that place in yourself where you're humble enough, or you can pick up the pieces where you left off and say, okay, get back in the game and play your heart out. I think that's sort of the pattern of all success, and that's part of your story, and it's part of everything. So if you're watching the video, you know, and you're like wondering how Eric did it, he just told you. He said, you know, he stuck with it. He faced the person in the mirror. He said, I'm going to do this. He took action. He's persevered through the ups and downs. He said he took a whole time off as far as intense weight training, and he's back in the game. Here's the results here. You know, we have 46 pounds off the scale minimum. You know, it's closer to fat loss. It's closer to, you know, another 15 on top of that. So it's closer to 60 to 70, depending on how much muscle was gained at the beginning. You know, I'd say it's closer to 15, 17 pounds of muscle. So, you know, so there's some metrics. Eric's done amazing, and he's got a vision for himself, and, you know, vision that he'll work on, of course, as 2018 comes. He'll work on his vision and clarify that. And so I think that's what I'd say that'd be the takeaway for us both, and the viewers, say, you know, clarify what it is you want. And then, just like we talked about a year earlier, obsess fully about getting it. The word obsession meaning, like, you might sound crazy to people to commit, you know, that you want to be in the best shape possible. Some people might think, no, this guy's crazy. And it's going to happen. Yeah. There's some of your fans and your supporters going to say, go do it. And then a hater or somebody that's against you, or someone that thinks, oh no, how could he do it? I can't. You know, that's just life. Yeah. And so there has to be a level of commitment and obsession and just drive that is, you have to even face your own doubts. So, you know.
I've done that. I've spoken to you about that before, where I've had like some friends that kind of like would tell me like, oh, well, I would tell them, hey, I'm working out, and I'm telling them with so much excitement because I'm happy. Because I'm happy what it's doing for me. And they'll make comments. I'm not even sure if they would understand like how, like comments were kind of like
condescending of sorts, or almost like bitter, or
like don't get obsessed with working out, or don't turn into what they would call like a gym rat. Or,
and I'm so happy you were reading Be Obsessed or Be Average in that way, because they're like, don't be obsessed. And it's like,
they clearly told me that. I had like one specific friend that told me that, and then he would tell me how like, oh, well, I tried to work out with a trainer and I didn't last more than a day, and this is how I felt. And it's like, well, I'm sorry that you had that experience and it didn't work out for you, but it's working out for me. So like them projecting their negative experiences to me was not something I was like, no, like I'm not going to deal with that. So I've spoken to like those kind of friends and told them, you know what, like I'm happy with it. Like I would like it if you were happy for me. And if not, then unfortunately our friendship's not going to work out as well. And I disconnected from that friend for a while. Recently we've been able to kind of like, I guess, become more friends again. But it's about...
And we talked about this, actually, how this happens. That's part of the process.
Yeah. And it's about understanding, like, you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing anything bad. There's nothing wrong with getting obsessed over it. And the people who are there to support you, like, they'll stick around and you'll make new friends.
A real friend will love you regardless of how different you're becoming than them. Like, I'm a yogi. My friends aren't all yogis. Like, some of them may never be yogis ever in their entire life. Some of my friends are atheists. I promise you, they love me. Like, they're just like, okay, Jacob's a yogi, whatever. And I'm like, okay, you're an atheist. Like, what? Like, it's not, does that make sense? It's not like, there's not like this, real love, I think, conquers all differences. Like, it's like, I'm being sincere about what I'm after here. Like, no, what kind of jerk-ass friend would be like, well, even though you're being sincere, I think you're shit. Like, what do you mean? Like, like, it's like, dude, a friend is a friend, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really happy that kind of worked out. And, you know, what would you tell someone about doing the 2040 challenge if they're thinking about the 24-day challenge. Your honest review, remember, honest review. Just tell him, Eric, tell him, look at
I
me.
enjoy doing it because it really gave me a challenge to like, in a way, restrict myself and to really push myself to see like, okay, how much of difference can I make within 24 days? And I became very obsessed with it within those days. Like my nutrition was like, I guess, almost the best that I had ever had it. And I felt great about it. I didn't feel restricted. If I did feel restricted, like I would just like talk to you about it or talk to people that like were around me that were supportive. But at the end result, like of the whole 24 days, like I was very happy with where I had gone to where I was at before. And so like, I would say do it. I mean, even if for some reason you do it and then maybe it's not for you, I mean, don't let that discourage you. Like, okay, maybe this isn't for everybody. So if it's not for you, then try something different. But I don't think you should be scared to try it for fear of failing to do it.
And Eric, thank you for that. Eric, 3 things that Say Nutrition program needs, and I've talked about, this is what the highest, 3 things. I don't know what he's going to say. I've told you about the 3 things that, are so essential to a nutrition program. Do you remember what they are? You know what? Have I told you?
You've told me.
And I've repeated it so you probably looked at me like, this guy's repeating this too much, right? I remember you looked at me like that. But let's see.